जय सच्चिदानंद। दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાનના 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 અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાન અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર.
અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાન અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાન અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર.
દાદા ભગવાન અસીમ જય
જય
જયકાર.
જયકાર હો. જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ. જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ શૈલશાનજી.
નમો વિતરાગાય.
નમો વિતરાગાય.
નમો વરિહંતાણમ.
નમો હરિહંતાણમ.
નમો સિદ્ધાણમ.
નમો સિદ્ધાણમ.
નમો આયરિયાણમ.
નમો હરિહંતાણમ.
નમો વજ્જાયાણમ.
નમો વજ્જાયાણમ.
નમો લોય સવ સાહુણમ.
બોલો વે તવ સાહુણમ.
એસો પંચન મુક્કારો. સવ પાવપણાસનમ. મંગલાણં ચ સૌવેસિમ. પડમમ મંગલમ. ઓમ નમો ભગવતે વાસુદેવાય.
ઓમ નમો ભગવતે વાસુદેવાય.
ઓમ નમઃ શિવાય.
ઓમ નમઃ શિવાય.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ. पेचीनाय.
जय सच्चिदानंद। हे दादा भगवान, आप मुझे ऐसी शक्ति प्रदान करें कि मैं अपनी हेल्थ को कभी भी कॉम्प्रोमाइज न करूं, ताकि मेरा शरीर रूपी साधन मुझे मेरे ध्येय को यानी कि पढ़ाई में और सत्संग में हमेशा सहायक बने। मैं पढ़ाई में बिल्कुल सिंसियर रहूंगी। मैं बुरी सोबत से और कुसंग से हमेशा दूर रहूंगी, और कुछ भी हो मेरा सत्संग कभी भी ना छूटे, ऐसी परम कृपा करना। प्राप्त मन वचन काय का योग और अपनी आत्मा का उपयोग केवल परोपकार यानी कि जीव मात्र की सेवा में ही करूं, जो कि श्रेष्ठ मानव धर्म है। मैं अपने स्वयं और अन्य सभी लोगों के जीवन व्यवहार में मॉरल सिंसियर प्योर बनी रहूंगी, ताकि मैं बराबर दादा भगवान के जैसे उत्कृष्ट व्यक्तित्व की मानवी बन पाऊं। हे दादा भगवान, मैं आगे अपने माता पिता की हर बात सुनने की संकल्प लेती हूँ। मैं उनको अहंकार से जवाब नहीं दूंगी। कृपया इस समय में मुझे अनंत आंतरिक शक्ति प्रदान करें। जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय सच्चिदानंद.
जय सच्चिदानंद।
हे दादा भगवान, मुझे पढ़ने समझने में जो बाधा या अंतराय आते हैं, जो भी ऑब्स्ट्रक्शंस आते हैं, उन सभी को तोड़ने का मैं दृढ़ निश्चय करती हूँ। आप ऐसी कृपा करें कि जिससे मेरे दर्शन ऊपर के आवरण टूट जाए और मेरी पढ़ाई सही ढंग से हो। ऐसी परम शक्ति आप हमें दे। जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय सच्चिदानंद। दक्ष।
जय सच्चिदानंद। शुद्धात्मा दादा बोला बड़ा वो
No, नहीं, वो बाकी रह गया। ओके, अनुज।
हे सच्चिदानंद। हे दादा भगवान, हम हैं आपके बच्चे, दिल के हैं सच्चे, फिर भी है कच्चे, काम करेंगे अच्छे अच्छे,
काम करेंगे अच्छे।
जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय सच्चिदानंद। Okay, Daksh, now you can say.
हे शुद्धात्मा दादा भगवान आप अलग हो दक्ष अलग है। हे शुद्धात्मा दादा भगवान आप परमानेंट दक्ष बनेंगे। हे शुद्धात्मा दादा भगवान आप रियल हो दक्ष रहते हैं। जय सच्चिदानंद।
जय सच्चिदानंद। थोड़ा आपको आता है?
हिंदी और आता है।
ओ, हिंदी आता है। ओके, हिंदी में बोलो।
हाँ,
हिंदी में बोलो।
हे शुद्धात्मा दादा भगवान आप अलग हो, थोड़ी अलग है। हे शुद्धात्मा दादा भगवान आप रियल हो, थोड़ा रिलेटिव है। हे शुद्धात्मा दादा भगवान आप परमानेंट हो, थोड़ा टेम्पररी हो।
श्रेया।
हे શુદ્ધાત્મા દાદા ભગવાન તમે જુદા છો, શ્રેયા જુદી છે. હે શુદ્ધાત્મા દાદા ભગવાન તમે રિયલ છો, શ્રેયા રિલેટિવ છે. હે શુદ્ધાત્મા દાદા ભગવાન તમે પરમનન્ટ છો, શ્રેયા ટેમ્પરરી છે. જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
Jai Sachidanand. Okay. Who has not done the homework? What was the homework? Vitaksiba?
The homework was that we have to write that how much we take help from others and how much help we give to others.
Oh, before that I forget. Benefit prayer for health. Who knows? Okay, Dave.
Jai Sachidanand. Healthy body makes you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, and intellectually fit. दादा हमें शक्ति दो.
Study prayer. Tinai.
Jai Sachchidanand. Hard work, sincerity, and morality in studies will can achieve your goal, excellent result, success, and happiness. Hey Dada, हमें शक्ति दो.
Okay, I send Satsadhan. Anybody knows it, or anybody can read it? Oh, Shara, very good.
Jai Satchidanand. By doing all Satsadhan daily and sincerely, my mind will get strong. My Chitt will be able to concentrate to accomplish my 3 goals, increase my energy, enhance my knowledge, improve my vyavhar, get blessings from Dada Bhagwan, and be nimit for Dada Bhagwan Jagat Kalyan. Dada हमको शक्ति दो.
Very good. Okay, so now Mithilo किए दीपकानंद जी फाइनलाइज करेंगे और गुजराती हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट करेंगे. So everybody must learn in their own mother tongue, okay? Because these are very 3 important prayers. Now bow now. Okay, so homework was how? Okay, Hitaksiba, what is your analysis?
Today I had didn't written report, but yesterday I had written report. So I taken 66% help and I give only 33% help.
Okay, whom out of 66%, whom do you give maximum? Out of 66%, who's helping you the most? You took work from whom?
I did help most to my mom and my friend.
Okay, so mommy is a name, number. Okay, Shreya?
Jai Satchidanand. I have taken 90% help and only have given 10% help.
And 90%, who's the maximum help you take from?
Mummy.
Mommy. Oral, did you do the homework?
Yes.
Okay, can you
I
please
took.
can you give a report, please?
Yes, I took 70% help from my mom and I did 30%.
So you're 30%, 70%, and who out of 70%, whom you take maximum help?
My mom.
Mommy. Daksh, have you done the homework?
No.
No. Why? Dave, did you do homework? No. Because you're not
Yes.
coming. Yes? Okay.
Jai Satchidanand. I took help about 89 to 90%, and I had given only 10% help.
Okay. Maximum help, whom do you take from?
Mummy.
Mommy. Okay. Chinai, Miss Kushi, did you do the homework?
No,
No? Why?
I forget it.
What did you do yesterday satsang time when it was free time? Masti kiya? Okay, Monica, you did the homework.
Jai Satchidanand, I took 99% help of mummy and I only helped her 1%.
Okay, so Shaileshanandji,
Ji.
they take maximum help from me. They don't give too much back in the house, and they still quarrel all the time with mommy. What is the logic? Why they don't respect? Just like you take work from teacher, right? So do you talk bad with the teacher, Itaxiba?
Huh?
Do you talk bad with the teacher?
No.
Why do you talk with the mama always? Mama is not important.
No,
Even
mom is important.
even they give you 90% of your help from there. Eh? So Monica, why is that? Oh, कौन सा logic है? Okay,
I
Dr.
have taken
Saab,
only 6% help.
that doesn't matter. You treat the mommy like your teacher or not? That is a question.
Yes.
No. What do you mean yes? Then your mommy will never complain about you. Okay. We have doctor today, so Dr. Dada will analyze this issue. It's a brain issue, intellect issue, he'll talk about it.
Yeah, so you have narrated that you take help and maximum is from mom. Yes, because mom is indispensable. Without mom, you are not, you don't exist at all. Or we don't exist at all that way, right? Am I right or wrong? Our our very existence is due to mom. So that's at least it is good that you are realizing that maximum help is coming from mom. Then there are many others, direct and indirect help. You must know that. How much from your dad? Nobody mentioned that we're taking help from dad. Not taking or taking?
Taking.
Taking. So you never narrated that also. because mom may be directly helping you, dad may be indirectly helping you. Who brings money, who brings all other things for your use? So it is your daddy, right? And then there are many others who are also directly or indirectly helping us. And the biggest thing is we should be grateful to all those people who are directly or indirectly helping. So in your house also, there may be other people who are directly or indirectly helping. Then there are so many other service people who are coming to your home. The milkman may be bringing milk for you. The hood, the farmers, other people, they are indirectly helpful to us. And the biggest help comes from the Mother Nature, which nobody realizes, who keeps us alive, who keeps us going on. So it's Mother Nature or the Vyavasthit Shakti. So we are grateful to all these people as well as elements. Now we have to express our gratefulness. How would you express your gratefulness? Mom, I know that you are taking for granted. Rajni, Dada, they take it for granted, Mom. Where the mom is going to go. So mom has to be there with us. So that's okay, as long as it is parrot masti or parrot mischief, or it's allowed, it's acceptable, but not to the level that you cannot, you miss your gratefulness and you become troublesome to your mom. You should not be troublesome. As long as it is a love, and as long as it is oneness, and as long as your mom is enjoying that it's fine. But no sooner you become burdensome to someone, especially our parents and then all others, I think it's you are taking overdrafts. Overdrafts means you are using your own meritorious balance or punya, and you are incurring the loss. So please don't incur that loss of overdraft. Someday in Mother Nature, you will be deprived of something which you need. So if I have taken something from someone, it should be in my focus or attention that how can I repay back, multiplying it, adding something to it. If I have taken 5%, I should be trying to give back at least 15, 20% or more, or what best I can do. In that case only I will have balance with me. Otherwise, I'm using my old punya balance or meritorious deeds balance and incurring the overdraft. Dadaji used to ask us, or used to say us, that how many overdrafts have you brought with you, or how many overdrafts you are incurring. And these overdrafts prevent us from attaining our blissful state, from attaining our highest state of being, right? So keep that fundamental rule of nature in mind. Okay. And now I'm eager to listen from you on whatever we just exchanged. Anyone? Chennai, Itakshiba.
Can you repeat again?
Sorry?
Can you repeat again?
The whole thing?
No, your question.
No, just your question.
My question. Okay. No, I said that whatever I expressed, I'm eager to listen your feedback onto that, your input into that. I said that we should have and express the gratefulness and pay back more than what we receive. Our aim should be to pay back more than what we receive. So what's your take onto that?
What do you think about that? How can you do that? Is it possible?
Yes, I will help my mommy every day.
Help your mom forcibly when you are forced to, or by heart?
By heart.
So what should be your heart? Not only mom alone, mom is for first, but then there are many others who are helpful to you, or to our very existence, to our very growth. My very existence, my growth, my well-being depends on so many people, not only one. Mom is the first priority, top top priority, but many others. So how can we be grateful to them? How can we express our grateful? How can we pay back to them more?
We will
Dakshi?
give more help as much as we can.
Yeah, our heart should be, we have to do as much as we can. That's first thing. And second thing, that okay, at the moment you may not be able to do a lot more, but your heart should be always full of respect, love, gratitude, and gratefulness, right? And you should always have in your heart, or one should, or even I should have always in my heart, that how can I win the heart of the other person? Would you like to win the heart of the other people?
Yes.
Yes. So have that attitude of winning the heart of the other people, winning the. Do you understand what we mean by winning the heart of the other person?
Yes.
When can you win the heart of the other person?
When the other
Please. Yeah, go ahead. It's our utmost humility, it's our love, it's our oneness, it's our readiness to help or something, right? Or everything put together. Your mom, your parents, your other persons around you, everybody should be feeling happy about you. Everybody should be feeling that, oh, you have a great character, right? That's what is.
Shraddha,
Yeah.
Kushi don't like Monica. Monica don't like Kushi. So what can they do?
Let them say.
No, it's not like
Is
that.
it true? It is not like
Kushi,
that. They say it is not like that.
I
Kushi.
just try to help my sister every time, but she never obeys. That's why I scold her.
She never
Kushi,
obeys.
because Shraddha, Kushi is a great person. She's very, she knows everything, so she cannot listen to anybody. Right, right, Kushi?
Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
he thinks like that only. Not
Yeah,
like that.
okay.
Kushi,
So,
speak up now. Talk to Shraddha. Get this clarified once and for all.
Uh,
Why you do not respect Bari Didi?
and she always scold me. For little things, she started scolding me. I don't like that, so I don't give her respect also.
Monica, you cannot speak. Okay, she's speaking.
Yeah.
so do you see scolding just from outside on the surface, or you just try to understand the intent behind that? Why any bypasser is not scolding you? Because the bypasser is never interested about your well-being or your welfare, right? One who is really concerned about your welfare will scold you. Of course, I would also say her that please don't be harsh, be loving and caring and sharing. And then if you suggest something, the Dada Bhagwan used to say us that even if he scolds, the people will find love into that. People would love to hear his scolding also. So it's an art of conveying, art of communication, art of scolding also, that at heart we should be feeling love. Tell me whether your Didi is loving you or not loving you. Tell honestly. Huh? Tell. I'm not able to hear you. Does she love you or she doesn't love you?
She did.
She does. So if someone is loving me, how can I find that she's scolding me or she's hurting me or she's harsh to me? Love means everything is good for us, right? So one has to understand, both of us, that no, it's a matter of concern. It's a matter of love. It's a matter of hearty bond. So don't take, yes, sometimes it is all right, but don't take it to the heart. If you are taking to the heart, you are a loser one. Don't you think you are losing? Now you are not saying anything. Are you gaining by not respecting, by feeling hurt, or by feeling that she's scolding, or you are a gainer? Tell me.
No, I'm not gaining. I'm losing myself down.
So then would you like to continue the loss-making way of business, or would you like to convert it into a profit-making business? Ask your daddy. What's good, to have a loss or to have a profit?
It's good to have profit.
So change that one, right? Both of you need to change that. Okay.
Yeah.
And in fact, she loves you. That's why she's scolding you. She at the heart, she has the intent that my sister should grow well. But yes, she needs to learn. Everybody needs to learn, right? Everybody is growing. Everybody is maturing. So I may not know how to express, but look at the heart. Dadaji used to say, we look at the heart. We look at the intent and we don't look at the outer behavior.
Yeah.
Does everybody agree with me, or if somebody is in disagreement, can express that, no, we don't agree with this part of thing. Shriya?
I agree.
Sakshiba agrees. Shriya agrees or Shriya doesn't agree?
I agree.
But then you felt that the mom got angry. You could not see beyond that anger, that why mom, what made mom angry, right? Why the mom is taking pain for you? Let me put it other way around. Why the mom takes pain for you?
So I can grow nicely.
Because she loves you. The most important part is because she loves you more than she loves her own self. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Yeah. So if she is loving you more than her own self, what should be your heart and a return gift to her? Okay? Think in these ways.
Yeah.
And Rajini Dada,
Yes.
actually so many people directly or indirectly are helping us to in our daily or in our journey of life.
Yes, yes. So we need to give back. That was the key thing. You need to help other people. Now, one thing I want to ask Monica. Monica, why she thinks you're scolding her?
Yeah, she thinks that she is like my bigger sister. She doesn't know. She thinks that I doesn't know anything and just calling for waste. And she even scolds me and hurts me a lot.
Dada,
Ji.
give them a good jadoo formula.
Jadoo for no, yeah. So who from inside is saying this, that she feels that she doesn't know anything and she's scolding? Who is there inside that? Can you recognize that part?
Monica.
Who is rejecting and rebelling and reacting? It's our existential ego, right? Everybody has an existential ego. I am. And so that ego says, oh, I know. She doesn't know that I know. She is not. So that's okay. But the part is, I would be open. It's okay if I gain something from that. And the elders in our society feels that we should give something, some wisdom, some good lessons to the younger ones. So that's what she is playing, her role as a elder sister. But you take it with open heart, and you will never feel that. So I feel that this that she's scolding you and she's feeling that I don't know is something not correct within you. If you can change that glass of yours, if you can change your inner glass, then the things will change.
Yeah, but I don't like the way she talks with me.
Yeah, the way she talks. Okay, okay.
It
But
makes me
but
more
but can you
aggressive.
can you change from your end? If I change from my end, can it be made correct or better?
Yeah, it'd be better.
So you change from your end. You don't expect her to change. You change from your end. You keep smiling. You keep behaving lovingly. You keep reacting and responding lovingly and with respect and care, and she will change one day. If you also go on doing the same thing, then it will keep on increasing more and more. The bitterness will increase, right? So why you want to continue that? Okay, for one moment we accept that it is her fault, but why you are also returning or reacting with the faulty things?
Yeah, right.
You don't do that.
Yeah. Another thing makes me more anger with her that she talks everything about wrong. Everybody
About what?
next thing which makes me more anger about her is that she comments everybody. She talks wrongly with everybody.
Okay, so you
She's
take
only
you tell her lovingly that Didi, if you see virtues in somebody, if you praise somebody, you will be the gainer and the atmosphere will be good. I would be happy if you can find good things in others and praise it. So why can't you put it lovingly and positively?
but she tells everything with me only.
Oh.
Whatever,
Uh,
whatever whoever scolded her, whatever teacher told her, she tells to me only.
because you are nearest and dearest to her heart. That's why. Why she doesn't do it with anybody stranger or unknown person? Is
Yeah.
she a fool or a mad? No, because she is most attached to you. Do you agree with me that she is most attached to you?
Yeah.
Yes. So look at that part, look at the attachment, look at the love, look at the concern of hers for you, and then you will not have this sort of negative perception or the negative experiences.
Yeah.
Okay? And
Yeah.
pray Dada Bhagwan. Is Dada Bhagwan residing in her or not?
Residing, yes.
Do you see Dada Bhagwan in her or not?
Yeah, I see sometimes.
So if you see Dada Bhagwan in her, I think you will not have any question or you will not have any problem.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, Rajni Dada, shall we go
Yes.
ahead?
Okay, yeah, I think so. I think today's Sunday. I hope your Jadu will start working. Okay, Kushi, Monica.
Yes.
No, they are all good people.
Yeah.
And
But,
it's working within. No, not an issue at all.
yeah, no. Shaileshanandji, these three girls, sisters, are very smart, very, very nice and excellent. So that's why we're trying to
No.
talk to them. You know, they're very people.
We see a very bright future for them.
Yes. They're going to do wonders for Dada Bhagwan's science in the future. Okay? Jai Satchidanand. Kushi, smile, okay? Thank you. Jai Satchidanand. Okay. If there's no questions from adults, I think I have to pick Lalita Ben first then.
Yes. Lalita Ben is waiting.
Yeah. No, she didn't.
For her chance.
Okay. The Vaishali Ben is also ready. Okay.
Yes.
Lalita Ben will go first and then we'll take Lalita, Vaishali Ben.
Yes.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand ji.
You put me on the spot, Rajni Bhai. Shaileshanandji, my question is, how does Bhav charge Parmanus?
Okay.
Does it get, I mean, one is non-matter and the other is matter, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So Bhav, as long as I have the belief that I'm Shailesh, I also have the belief that I'm doer. I am in Bhava-Bhave, means state of Bhav is inner state of being. As long as I'm Shailesh and as long as I have belief of I'm doer, in presence of pure conscious or Chetan, my I is in a Vibhav or the relative, it's attached, it's getting attached with the relative, and that works in that state of being. The scripture tells it's a Vibhav Dasha. In simple language, it works like an electromagnet. And the atoms or molecules which are outside in their pure state or the innate state, they get sucked in. And then they get charged according to Bhav. Bhav of helping someone, Bhav of teaching lesson to someone, whatever the Bhav. My I is inward or entangled or signing it. So it's like I have plugged in my mobile and then I go to sleep, but then the current is flowing and charging it. So in the present, you are right that one is matter or a conscious, one is non-matter means conscious or Shuddha Chetan, and the other is matter, Rupa, Rasa, Sparsa, Gandha. But as the two come nearer, as long as I have this belief, it's a Vibhav Dasha occurring, means the charging of the Parmanu is occurring, and it literally puts a coating on the atoms, of conglomerates of atoms and molecules. And those coated atoms and conglomerates of atoms and molecules get stored onto different areas of the pure soul known as the pradeshas. And these are infinite pradeshas on the pure soul. So during the entire life of human being, such atoms and molecules are sucked in, they get charged, and the whole causal body gets prepared. Now, one leaves this body, the gross body's atoms and molecules function is over, so it is detached. But the causal body, and as long as the causal body is there, there is electrical body, and because of the two, the pure self also is bound into that, migrates to another place, and according to the causal body's configuration, attracts the gross body to carry on. So this bhav and charging continues as long as I'm Shailesh, as long as I'm doer, means in other words, as long as the vibhav is getting generated. If I come my swabhav, means my own innate nature that, okay, I am the pure soul self, I am the non-doer, I am only the knower and seer. That means my energy, which is getting vibhavik or vikalpa, now has come back to my own pure nature and trying to remain as knower and seer. The no more atoms or molecules are now getting charged, or the vibhav energy is not getting onto those new conglomerates. So only the discharge remains principally speaking, and I'm keeping away or remaining only as a knower and seer of all these ongoings within and without. So that's how, and that's the mystery, how the universe is built up. That one elementally one is the pure self, conscious, it is formless, shapeless, and the other is the different element having the form, smell, shape, taste, everything. But as they come nearer to each other, there is a third extra special property, or the व्यतिरेक गुण जिसे शास्त्र में बोलते हैं, या तो विभाव दशा, and that keeps us keeps going all these things that the new atoms and molecules get charged, and once whatever is charged gets discharged through the Vyavasthit. Am I clear?
Yes. Now, charging is only in human births.
Yes. And as
And
long as, yes.
all other forms are discharging
Yes.
karmas, right?
Yeah.
So, how did they get to that state? I mean, you get a
No.
minus, plus, and you go to Devgati or
No,
Hidyanchikati?
it's in a human being, because of unlimited mind, unlimited intellect, and ego, that okay, I'm Shailesh and I'm doer. So this process of charging and discharging occurs. In other forms, they don't have unlimited mind or the doership ego or those sort of things. So whatever the atoms or molecules they have taken, they are being discharged over there. So this is a inner state of being, scientific form, that in other forms, the charging ego, charging doership ego is not functional that way. If animals are there, they just have instincts. If the trees and plants are there, they have instincts. If the Devgati is there, they have their own different story. So that way, it's in the human form that both the things are active. Discharge is also there and charge is also there. Now, in a human form, you can have 4 different types of your inner charging process. It can be superhuman, it can be human, it can be animal-like, it can be hellish. And Dadaji grossly explained us that somebody may have done wrong to us, but if we forget that and help that person, whatever is of my own right, I just give it to others, then I'm a superhuman person and may go to Devgati. Human is one who doesn't take anything not legally or not rightfully is one's own, or keeps away from any non-righteous enjoyments or the things, unlawful wealth or unlawful sensual pleasures. As long as this is there, one can retain the human form. So human form is simply you are helping me, I'm helping you, I'm not unnecessarily hurting you. So this is something a human form. Animal like somebody has helped me, but I forget and I try to harass the person. So that's animal instincts, or I'm ready to enjoy the unlawful or non-righteous things which are not rightfully mine. That's an animal. And the hellish form, somebody took my name and I will see that 7 generations of his or her gets spoiled. So devil-like, what we say is a devil-like. These all inner vrittiya or inner sort of things get charged, and accordingly they accumulate the atoms or molecules, and there is a great science of Vyavasthit Shakti going on. So all these atoms and molecules which I have accumulated throughout the life as a causes or causal body, they get compartmentalized, like what we are doing in our computer, that drive A, drive C, and files and folders. And collectively, the nature gives the fruit that, okay, this many of animal, so go to one for animal form and come back and may go next to Devgati and or human gati, like that.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for clarifying that.
So everything depends on, but the key is, as long as I'm Shailesh, as long as I'm doer, then the new bindings keep on occurring, which the whole world is into it. And Dadaji did the miracle for us, that he took out that wire, he took out the Bhav Karma or Bhavman battery, that no, I'm Shudhdhatma, I'm the non-doer, and the Shailesh is doing or disposing the things according to Vyavasthit. So that's the greatest scientific He
Yes.
did for us. Okay.
Yes. Very nice. Thank you. Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand, Shaileshanandji.
Vaishali Ben, Jai Satchidanand. Please go ahead.
My question is about willpower. So the question is that, Vaishali looks for happiness in this Indriya Sukh outside of, the biggest distraction right now, I feel like, is the cell phones or mobiles, right?
Sorry?
And cell phones or mobile
Cell phone.
phones.
Cell phones. Yeah.
And it's a constant for Vaishali. It's a little bit of a struggle here and there. When do you get sucked into it and when do you not? So how do I build that strength that no, these are my times? I know this is something that's talked about in kids satsang a lot too, but I struggle as an adult too, that, the addiction to these things is so, and my excuse is because I run a social media business that, it's a business related thing, but compartmentalizing it and separating it, I want to be strong enough to be able to do that. And I'm not sure how to get there.
So a wonderful thing, even I must admit that I am also to some extent suffering from this addiction, and not addiction, but distraction or
distraction.
whatever word you can use it. Well, what I have been trying to do, or what at least I understand what is happening is unnecessarily my relative Chitt is going into impure, and that's leading to loss of my not only inner bliss, but the energy of the Chitt is also getting lost in unnecessary or non-essential things, I would say. So what I try to do is, I try to, after a while, I just get back to I'm Shudhdhatma, I'm full of infinite bliss. Ananta Sukhnu Dham Chu, Ananta Gnan Vado Chu, Ananta Darshan Vado Chu. As soon as I come back to my real self, I get recharged, I get my bliss, I get the Shuddha Chitt enjoy, immediately differentiates that no, coming back to my own self is really giving me the bliss or the infinite happiness, and going to any outside object, not only cell phone, maybe anything, really reduces my bliss, really reduces my happiness, really becomes a burdensome and tiring even for Shailesh. So with this, I try to always come back from that. So the best thing is, I will give you one simple example that we were very fortunate to be with Dada Bhagwan in all his activities. And even if Dadaji used to read newspaper or used to read sometimes some magazine, but he was never out of his Shudhdhatma state. He says, I'm Shudhdhatma, Ambalal A.M. Patel is disposing the file of this magazine, A.M. Patel is disposing the file of this newspaper. So that has a very great scientific effect and impact, that if I am in Shudhdhatma, my Shuddha Chitt is experiencing that bliss. And with that on, if I am disposing the file, if file 1 is disposing some file, the Ashuddha Chitt will not be dragged much. The another example I will give you, it happened here. See, Navratri, you must be knowing how much the Gujarati, especially the Gujarati, our Gujarati ladies, including the Mahatmas, how much they enjoy. So once the Mahatmas told us that we are Shuddhatma and we love to remain in Shuddha, but no sooner we go into Garbha, everything is lost and we become the file 1 only. So I said, Dadaji from within said, okay, no problem. Dada's science never negates anything, but puts the things into perspective. So it came out like this. All right, before file 1 goes to Garbha inside, say 5 times that I am Ananta Sukhnu Dham Chu, Mohani Anek Prakarni Hovathi, Ananta Sukhnu Dham Chu. A file 1 ne Garbani Mohaniya Charitra Mohaniya Anek Prakarni Hovathi, Ananta Sukhnu Dham Chu, Eno Gnata Drashta Matra Chu, something like that. So say 5 times then say that Dada Bhagwan, be with me. The file 1 is going into Garba, you remain with us. And it just made miracle. The Mahatmas came back and told, okay, now the file 1 is playing Garba, but we can remain aloof, we can remain in Shudhdhatma, we experience that Dada is with us. And that made the experiment correct. So this is the science that our Charitra Mohaniya and the cell phones or whatever the object or whatever the person is there is dragging our Ashuddha Chit. If there is no bliss in the Shuddha Chit at that time, if my Shudhdhatma state is not powerful, if Dada Bhagwan is not with me, the whole power is with the Shuddha Chit and it will be dragged. And to some extent, even I will be dragged or felt like being dragged. So the key is be stable first in Shudhdhatma, generate our infinite bliss, call Dada Bhagwan, and then keep file 1 and other files that tell file 1, now you deal with your mobile phone. And
Right,
then
but
in
what
that
happens-
case, yeah, please.
No, what happens is some days, yes, it's that strong conviction, and some days I'm on it. Like I could see it separately. But then what happens is some days I'm not. And in those days, instead of being separate from Vaishali and seeing that this is Vaishali's discharge and she's doing it, I get so caught up and then I'm mad at myself for not following my schedule or my niyams that I've created for myself.
No, but yeah, I understood the point. As soon as you are reminded, you come back, I'm Shudhdhatma.
Yeah.
I'm free of this Charitra Mohaniya. Because there are n types of Charitra Mohaniya, I am having infinite happiness and infinite bliss against all types of Charitra Mohaniya. Hey Dada Bhagwan, give me energy to be away from this Charitra Mohaniya and to be knower and seer of this Charitra Mohaniya. So now and again, going back to Dada Bhagwan, calling Dada Bhagwan to be with us will help us a lot. We on our own may not be able to remain separate, but not only remaining separate, it's not only conviction, it's not only remaining separate, it's enjoying the bliss of the self. That's what I'm trying to emphasize on too. I now and again give the example that your small child has a chocolate, and if you say, give me chocolate, I'll give you Kit Kat, but he will not leave because he knows that there is some taste. But no sooner you give Kit Kat, he will leave chocolate and grab the Kit Kat because he knows this is superior. So we have to make our Chit taste the superior bliss of the pure self or the Shuddha Chit. So that's the key. Increase the bliss level by going back to Shudhdhatma, remembering and calling Dada Bhagwan.
No, that makes clear sense. I see what you're saying. I'm trying to fix something else where I should be focusing on just increasing my
Yes.
remaining in Shudhdhatma, but it automatically will reduce the
You don't blame darkness, you increase the light.
light. Makes sense, clear sense. Is it wrong if I put Gnani Gotwarna, if I put it this way, that, for example, when I do spend, hours on Netflix or, phone or whatever I do, and then I'm hard on myself, can I, instead of being so hard on Vaishali, can I use Dada Bhagwan Vakya and say, well, Banyu Tej Nyaya, or is that wrong in that situation?
No, that's not the correct thing, because that the Vaishali will find a loophole there. It's not, there is nothing, no need to be harsh on Vaishali also. At the same time, you don't use Banyu Tej Nyaya. No. You say, okay, Vaishali Ben, we have lost this much time and energy. Let's come back and recharge it with our Siddhastuti Vakya, with our Padas, with our something. It's that you have lost this time, you have lost this energy, you have lost this Chit Prasannata, what I would say, when the Chit went outside or in par. So now let's come back and have it recharged with our pure self. So take it lovingly with Vaishali also. See, Vaishali Ben is not at fault per se. Vaishali Ben will be guided by you if you can properly show the light, if you can properly talk to her, if you can properly watch her, then Vaishali is not really at fault. Vaishali is a machinery. It's our interim government state, Antaratma Dasha, which is having all these responsibilities and which is which is really at Ajagrati or Jagrati, whatever you say.
I think one thing you said is kind of clicking in my head is Vaishali's tendency is whenever something on the outside seems wrong, I'm trying to fix it on the outside, but that fixing has to happen on the inside. Nothing on the outside needs to be fixed.
First and foremost, go back to your own seat of Shudhdhatma.
Yes, very nice.
Otherwise, fighting with Vaishali doesn't end into any good thing, and Antaratma as well as Vaishali both will be puzzled.
Yes. Very simple. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Okay. Miraben.
And then there is something like a digital fasting, the people say. We may not do Agyaras, Dada Bhagwan's Agyaras may not be possible with, even it has not been possible with me. Pulinanandji has that strength and courage to do it. But we can say to file one that, okay, this is 2 hours digital fasting now.
Yes. Makes sense.
See, out of business hours, why you are required to do this? If Vaishali says my business is social media, you tell Vaishali that, okay, how many hours do you need for your business? Are you a smart businessman or not? And Vaishali says, oh, I'm a smart businessman. Then few hours are enough for that. Okay? Please go ahead.
Okay, Miraben.
Jai Satchidanand, Shaileshanandji, Jai Satchidanand Mahatmas. I have a question that is actually piggybacking on both Lalli Aunty and Vaishali Ben. The concept of Bhav. So I understand what Nyan you gave to Lalli Aunty, that explanation. Is that the same Bhav Shakti that you're telling Vaishali Ben? That you come out of, you stay in Shudhdhatma if we are looking at something that catches our attention. Say, I like to eat sweets. Like I like to eat motichur laddu. That's my thing. So if I like that and I see that, and I know for Miraben, the sharir, it's not good. So I put it in my bhav that Miraben will not eat this anymore. Miraben, now this is giving you this pleasure that because you like it, this rag that you have, and you come back and that's my bhav, my strength that I keep putting it. Correct? Is that how I should use that bhav shakti?
No, see.
No,
Meera,
that is what, thank you.
Bhav is our state of being. So as long as I'm Shailesh, as long as I had the belief that I'm Shailesh, I'm name bearer and I'm doer, I was having Bhave-Abhave, means positive and negative Bhave-Abhave. Now since that I'm Shudhdhatma, I'm free of Bhav and Abhav. I'm in my Swabhav. I am in my Swabhav. So technically speaking, I'm free of Bhava-Bhav. Now I am in my Swabhav only as a knower and seer. Now what we are telling to file one, maybe Vaishali Ben, maybe Veeraben, maybe Shailesh, is our Prajna Shakti or interim government state, which is talking to file one in light of Prajna Shakti and guiding file one. It is not Bhav, it is just the Antaratma Dasha interim government state, where in light of Prajna Shakti, we are dealing with file one. And we as Shudhdhatma really remain as knower and seer of what the talk is going on, whether file one is listening, not listening, whether we are using Jagrati, whether we are missing Jagrati. It is all happening at the interim government state. Antaratma Dasha. And if we understand and realize, well, we are the knower and seer of that also.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So it is not really known as Bhav now.
Mm.
You are made free of Bhava-Bhav now.
Okay. So, but I'm still a little bit having confusion.
Please.
So when Meeraben, so coming back to that Motichur Laddu example,
Okay.
Meeraben likes it. That's file number 1. But Shudhdhatma knows and sees that Meeraben likes this, that interim government will push back into that I should, ideally, in an ideal thing, Shudhdhatma should say, I should only be in Shudhdhatma and not think of Meeraben liking Motichur Laddu. Correct?
No, yes, that's you as Shudhdhatma will remain as an overseer, and Pragna may tell Meeraben that Meeraben, it's not good for your health. That's all.
That's it. Okay.
So that awareness is more than adequate, and remain
move on.
Knowing and seeing with awareness what is happening in Prakriti or file 1 part resolves most of the things. And if few things are remaining, then Pragna may talk to or give understanding to file 1 more, or tell her to do Pratikraman, or file 1 to do Pratikraman, or ask for energy from Dada Bhagwan, or recall Dada Bhagwan that please Dada be with me at this stage. Something like that. Okay.
Jai Satchidanand. I will definitely do that. Jai Satchidanand. Thank you. That's very clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Jai Satchidanand. Vaishali Ben?
Jai Satchidanand. Shaileshanandji, I just want a little bit more clarification on this light part. I kind of know it, but I understand that when there's darkness, obviously you need to increase the light to get rid of darkness. How do you increase the strength of this light, or is it just because we've taken Gnan, it's already in us and it's just going to show up?
You see, it's known as the Bhed-Vignan. Means in all the flowing events of our life, the 2 things are flowing parallel. One is relative, that is Prakriti part, happening as you are describing, maybe with mobile, maybe with relations, maybe with something, maybe with anything. So all different phases are unfolding into relative or file 1 or Prakriti part. At that time, we are not using our Bhed-Vignan to come back to Shudhdhatma state many times. Sometimes we do come in Shudhdhatma, sometimes we don't come into Shudhdhatma. That Bhed-Vignan empowers us that whatever type of discharge is happening in file 1, if it is Mohaniya, we say I'm having infinite bliss, or I'm abode of infinite bliss and free of this Mohaniya. If it is some puzzle, then we say I'm Vananta Darshan Vadochu, I'm having the infinite perception light. So whatever is required, that Bhed-Vignan we use, and we come back to our Shudhdhatma state as an ongoing process. So in whatever phases or whatever time I come back to my Shudhdhatma using this Bhed-Vignan, I experience my separateness, my bliss, my own properties, which are distinctly separate from the properties of Prakriti. That will keep on increasing my steadiness into pure self, that will increase my experience and strength of the pure self, and that's the very thing which will help me remaining away or separate from the Prakriti, as well as the Prakriti will get purified more and more. So it's an ongoing, continuous process.
Right. So it's nothing that Vaishali has to do. It's basically bringing that awareness back into Shudhdhatma, but throughout the day, that Shudhdhatma Chu, and I'm watching Vaishali. That's the only thing that I could really work on.
That's the most basic thing I'm saying. To help it, we have n number of tools. To help this, we have vidis. To help this, we have padas. To help that, we have satsangs. To help that, we have nididhyasan. To help that, we have many things of the satsang, because purely I don't have that much strength that, okay, all the time I can remain like that. So we're using all these tools to help that part. But as we say, the relative and real, the first 2 agnyas, When we see outside, we see relative and real, we see Shudhdhatma into all other things, including those who come into our context during the, or Vyavahar during throughout the day. We can see Shudhdhatma when we are walking or when we decide, but during the day, whosoever comes into our Vyavahar, we can't see Shudhdhatma into them. Can we? While Vyavahar is going on, while Vyavahar is getting unfolded, even I tend to miss to see the Shudhdhatma or perceive the other person's real self as Shudhdhatma. So that is, but when I am with my file one, that continuously the file one, whatever is happening inside and outside is relative and I'm real, that demarcation is my inner two Agnyas Purusharth. It is tap, it is penance, it is the real thing. And all other things are there to help it. Even the two other Agnyas, third and fourth, are to help this, first and second. But that is inner, relative, Shailesh, and real me, Shudhdhatma, in all phases, all the time of the life happenings.
Right, because sometimes what happens is, I know that we have lots of tools, but the tools can get overwhelming for Vaishali. So I like this idea of just starting with the basic or focusing on one thing at a time rather than trying to implement everything that I know about, remaining in Gnan. So thank you. I understand.
And the another thing, you want to see Vaishali in particular design. No.
Yeah.
Vaishali's unfolding design, you have to see as Shudhdhatma. You have to be equanimous or sort of neutral with Vaishali's Prakriti also. If you incur Ragadvesh on Vaishali's Prakriti, Dadaji says we may invite a new Prakriti. So Prakriti, file once, Prakriti is also to be disposed amicably with equanimity. સંભાવથી નિકાલ ફાઇલ એકની પ્રકૃતિ નો પણ સંભાવથી નિકાલ કરવાનો. I hope I'm able to convey what Dadaji's Gnan is.
No, this makes sense. Thank you.
So treat Vaishali as a whatever way you find it the best, either as a neighbor, either as your good obedient child, or whatever way you want to treat the Prakriti like.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
No, I get it.
Dadaji says the Prakriti or file one is our neighbor, our first friend, whatever way you want to treat it.
Yeah. However gently you could deal with them. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Jai Satchidanand.
Okay,
Yes,
Jai Satchidanand. Oh, what happened? Okay.
Lalitaji.
Okay, Lalita Ben.
Sorry, just one clarification on my first question.
Okay.
Bhav becomes Vibhav because of doership, because I am Lalita, I'm file number 1. Is that correct?
No, Bhav is a state of being.
Correct.
Where I am, whatever way I am. So as long as I'm Shailesh, as long as I'm having the belief I'm Shailesh only, as long as I have the belief I'm doer, that state itself is a Vibhav state, because I'm Shudhdhatma state. And as long as that Vibhav state is there, I tend to sign up or get involved or get mixed with the Bhava-Bhave, which is occurring at the subtle level of the inner self, relative inner self. So, Bhila Bhava ke Bhavya Bhade. So, Kaviraj said that Bhava-Bhave keeps on occurring inside, positive, negative, good, bad, depending on the circumstantial pressure, whatever. But my understanding and awareness will allow or not allow me to get into it or sign, agree or disagree to it. As long as I'm Shailesh, as long as I'm having the belief of doership. So that will attract the molecules or get it charged. But no sooner I come back to I'm Shudhdhatma, that Vibhav state gets broken because I am now into Swabhav.
Correct.
So
and Swabhav is no overseer. Okay.
So now that Vibhav state is broken and I am now into my Swabhavik state of Shudhdhatma. So I just remain as an overseer, and the new may not be charged. So this is how Bhav and Swabhav. I tell it as Bhav Satta so long as I'm Shailesh and doer. I tell it as Swabhav Satta when I'm Shudhdhatma, given Shudhdhatma.
Correct. If I have time, can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Rajni?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I asked Deepak Anandji this question last time. I was asking him that if I am Nata Drashta and I'm in the moment, I asked him, does time stand still? And he said, you are in Swaswabhav and Lalita is in not Swaswabhav, Swa Samay, and Lalita is in Par Samay. Can you expand on that a little bit, please?
See, as you are saying that I'm Shudhdhatma and I'm in that moment, means I'm Jagrati. I'm Jagrat or alert and knower and seer. And Lalita is things are getting unfolded or whatever is happening in the part of Lalita ji, gross to subtlest. Gross means 5 senses or outside. Gross subtle means speech and inner speech, and the subtle is our inner self, antaskaran or sukshmatam sudhini. So that's happening. So Dadaji's Gnan Vakya again, our Gnan Vidhi or Siddhatma Siddha Stuti has everything. I'm the knower and seer from grossest to subtlest, all relative phases. I'm just the knower and seer. I'm Tankot Kirinavat means immiscible. I'm Satchidanand Swarup. That's working. Now, 2 things keep on happening that I'm Shudhdhatma. So one side I try to remain as Nata Drashta. On the other side, Vyavasthit. And the Antaratma state, interim state of being is working with this Jagrati. So it keeps up, down. But both the things keep on happening on one side, Shudhdhatma, on the other side, seeing the file 1. And if there is any mistake or if there is anything which is getting unfolded, then the correction is also being suggested by Prajna Shakti that Lalita ji or Shailesh by this not correct or the Pratikraman or see. Because at our state of being, Shailesh is a bundle of past beliefs and opinions. Shailesh can't be Vitrag. So unfolding events, there needs to be correction. There is a scope of corrections, at least with whomsoever he is coming into Vyavahar. I need to see relative real Shudhdhatma. I may miss to see the Shudhdhatma. I can see he's a Karta, he's non-doer or Vyavasthit Shakti is doer. Shailesh may feel that he has done. So again, the rectification is required. So throughout the unfolding phases, the continuous rectification or Shuddh Upyog or Shudhdhatma corrections wherever required are also required or going on. And wherever once that avastha has gone and I have inner free time, I can again look back whether that has been completely scientifically, I mean, Shuddh Upyog se gaya hai, ya something still needed to revisit it, I would say. So at the end of the day, I will revisit how the whole day has passed, where I have remained in Shuddh Upyog, where I have missed and where I need rectification also. So both the things go hand in hand, that Shailesh is getting unfolded. I try to remain Shudhdhatma, whatever I miss at 2 levels, at the level of Atikraman or missing out on Shailesh's part needs, and second is missing on my Shuddh Upyog part. So Vyavahar and Nischay both has to be going on. So that's how I understand, right? It's a continuous process of purification at both levels, relative level as well as the Shuddh Upyog level. Even Dadaji was in Spasta Vedan. Dadaji had the Spasta Vedan. Still he used to say that whatever 4 degrees are left, our Dada Bhagwan's slide shows the mistakes of A.M. Patel.
Oh.
So that makes it very clear. And he also said that we also have to do Pratikraman for wherever we miss Shuddh Upyog or wherever something comes out of this tape record, which is not correct in our today's Gnan.
So Pratikraman is not necessarily for people whom you've hurt. It's
No.
also for being in Shudhdhupyog. It's also not.
Yes. Pratikraman, to whom we have hurt, is at a primary stage. Now that many Mahatmas are at a stage where evidently or overtly nobody is hurt, or hardly ever. But still there are so many things happening through file 1. There are so many mistakes at the level of tape record or speech. I can't see the tape record coming out. I can't remain as knower and seer. The tape record is not a Vitrak tape record. There are opinions. There are certain other things. That is one part of purification of the relative. Second part, I am missing my Shuddhupyog quite often. So there are two types of pratikramans. One's the pratikraman of atikraman, or the things which are coming out of relative, which is not exact or correct or vitrag, and the pratikraman of missing my Shudhdhatma state, that is Shuddhupyog. We tend to do pratikramans for atikramans, or the mistakes in the file 1 part, but we hardly do the pratikramans for missing out on Shuddhupyog.
No, it's always been stressed, if you hurt somebody, do pratikraman. And I'm at a stage in my life that I don't interact with too many people.
Yes.
So I'm trying to think, should I not be doing pratikraman to my lack of being in a
Pratikraman is not a sthul process as such. Pratikraman means coming back to my Shuddhatma state. The biggest atikraman is I had been Shailesh.
Correct.
Even after getting this awareness, I'm Shudhdhatma, I may miss out. I may become Shailesh quite often, or be with Shailesh's flow, and I may not be experiencing my pure self all throughout. So that missing part itself, I come back, that is also a pratikraman. Back to Shudhdhatma, now and on, is also a pratikraman. Pratikraman of missing Shuddhupyog. Not necessarily I have to speak everything, but I realize that, okay, I missed, and I come back and I say, Dada Bhagwan, give me the strength to remain in Shudhdhatma, not to miss out again. That's also right. So Pratikraman is a process of coming back to what we have been given till it will continue till the end. We get liberated. If Dada Bhagwan has also Pratikraman at this state, we'll be having it till the end. Okay.
Correct. A lot more to do. He only had 4 degrees.
And the most common part which I can observe for myself is we miss out to see Shudhdhatma in other people who come into our Vyavhar. Even if not coming into Vyavhar, they come to our Chitt. They come to our remembrance. Don't they come to our Chitt or our remembrance? And we can't see relative real Shudhdhatma into that. We can't remain into Shudhdhatma for ourselves.
Correct. Just, I make that bhav in the morning, but I go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
I get my groceries and I check out and I come back and I said, I didn't see Shudhdhatma in a single soul,
That's
not
yeah.
out lady, not the people in the store.
We just get stuck into types and cost of grocery and bill, and we can't see the Shudhdhatma into that teller also, who is collecting the money for us. Because our adhyas is just like to be with the Prakriti, or to be like a Prakriti. So that, if we just sit and see and pray Dada Bhagwan that wherever I have missed my Shuddhupyog, then okay, we hardly remain less than 5% in Shuddhupyog.
So correct.
95% of the times I miss out at least.
Correct.
Okay, Lalita Ben.
Yes, thank you. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Kirti Ben.
Jai Satchidanand, Shaileshanandji. Jai Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand. I just want a little bit more understanding what I understood today. Just the Antaratma Dasha, can I understand that my own manyata, old belief, that, should be this way and that way, and which is not pure and going toward the cleaning part?
Antaratma Dasha is now after that you have been blessed with this vision that I'm pure soul self, or I'm Shudhdhatma, I'm just the knower and seer. Kirtiben is file 1, I'm separate from Kirtiben. That Gnyan part, that 5 Agnyas part, that Prajna working is our Antaratma Dasha or interim state of being. Now that may show the old beliefs of Kirtiben, but really speaking, the Antaratma Dasha is our active state that I'm pure soul self or I'm Shudhdhatma, trying to remain in 5 Agnyas, trying to tell file 1 to do the Pratikraman. That active part is Shudhdhatma, that active part of Purusharth to remain in 5 Agnyas and other things. That's the interim state of government or the Antaratma Dasha.
Okay, so sometimes I hear inside talk. It's always like, if I miss sometimes like this morning when I woke up and I saw the neighbor, he was working on the roof or doing something. And first impression came that, look at this person is doing. And on the few seconds after that, realize that no, he's just Bhomado, he's just acting, whatever, So that it came. But so that is that Antaratma Dasha. That's what it showed me.
So what first came is Prakriti's reaction, that the person is doing this or that. It's a Prakriti. And immediately the Prajna reminded you that, look, both ways, he is a relative and real Shudhdhatma, and also this is occurring to Kirtiben. Why Kirtiben? I am Shudhdhatma. So both ways, that alertness, Prajna, keeps on reminding us to come back to real, to see the relative real separate, to use the 5 Agnyas. That's all going in the Antaratma Dasha or interim state of government.
So it sometimes it doesn't show you for a long time, or doesn't, then you need that Pratikraman. I mean, you want to, but it comes at different time in some event.
Yeah. See the level of alert, Jagrati and Purusharth may be going up and down. So if we are not having inside reinforcement of Nishchay, of Upyog Gothavani, of Purusharth, then our level Prajna's light may be little less, means maybe helping, or we are not hearing Prajna. Then again we do the Purusharth, again we do the Nishchay, again we reinforce with the things, and we again get. So that there may be up and down, but on the whole the graph is going up like this, like this. It usually goes up.
So what is, just would like to share a little bit. Lately, from last, I would say few months, just decided every morning, like Charan Vidhi, everything strongly Thai, and strong determination. I have to do this. And Dada, I ask Dada every day that, please, I want to stay. I want to, in each and every event, the Vyakti and the Sanjog, I want to see the relative real thi jo chhe. And निश्चय छे के मने आज दृष्टिથી જોવું છે, અને if I miss, please give me guidance right away that he is a Pamado, that one is a Kartanimut. And that is really helping me. And lately I'm reading that Siddha Stuti, that I read, Dada Bhagwan says that when you decide, do that Shudhdhatmana, the Siddha Sudhina, and it is really helping me. In fact, this morning when I woke up, in even that Kirtan Bhakti, it just keep on staying within me. But the Siddha Stutina, that all those sentences that say you have to decide, you decide and it happens. And I'm telling you, it's working, definitely working. Just want to share that.
No, that's perfectly right. Siddha Stuti is the most powerful tool.
So when you do the Charan Vidhi, there is so many, all the Atma Gun is, all of them are there. But typically, can you please show some light, or can you talk about the important one I should be doing?
No, the Charan Vidhi has been given to us by Dada Bhagwan as a daily essential. So, and especially when you have enough time, you must say, Kirtiben, that okay, Upyog Purvak Charan Vidhi karo, Dada ni Agnya Pramane Upyog Purvak Charan Vidhi karo, Dada आप हाजिर रहो, अपना चरणों में चरण विधि करें, वो शुद्धात्मा. That's fine. But the most important thing is during the day, during all the events, it should be helping us to remain separate and to utilize our light of 5 Agnyas, especially relative real, outside and inside, throughout the day. Charan Vidhi is not a morning ritual only. We are doing in morning for being able to use it throughout the day.
Okay.
That's the most important part. Whether you do it full, whether you do it half, whether you do it Siddhastuti, whether you do it whatever way it fits you or fits you the best. But I should be able to use that in all the passing events inside and outside. Okay, that's the purpose of it. Inside there is one agency that says, okay, I have done my all Satsadhans and I do it regularly, but then for the 12-14 hours, nothing than that, the Goda Chutta. Forces are free. That's not the way the Vignan works. That's not the way the Vitarag wants us to do.
So when you are asking very sincerely, with the strong...
No, asking is good.
When you are doing...
But asking is good. But when I'm asking, I should be knowing that how I'm applying and how I'm missing during the day. It's something like that guests are to come and you ask Dada Bhagwan, give me the energy to cook in the best way. Does your story end there? No, you immediately see what are the things available in the home, what are not available, go to the departmental store, bring that, prepare in time and put it the things. So asking is the beginning of the process, I would say. And to be able to persist with that process sincerely. But asking is not the end of the story.
Okay.
We should be sincere to that asking and we should be examining ourselves whether I have been able to do accordingly or not during the day.
I'm following that or not during the day.
It's something like in a gross language, you have recharged your mobile in the morning for using it during the day or keeping it in the showroom. So your showcase, you are not charging to keep it in the showcase.
No, you
are charging because you want to use it during the day.
Use it, yes.
And as soon as it gets discharged, you immediately plug in, oh, power is only 5%, plug in. So this is same story with the Shudhdhatma state of being. As soon as my Jagrati comes down, I should reinforce it.
Right, reinforce it.
To be able to use it during the day.
Right. Okay. So for just want to add one more thing that I'm lately doing the Siddhastuti. That's what my niche every day.
That's a wonderful thing.
And it is really wonderfully helping.
Yeah.
And I want all of your blessings too.
It's Dada Bhagwan's blessings. We are all using it. I am also a fan of Siddhastuti. And in my beginning of Satsang, at least, the other people may find it routine, but I feel that at least speaking 5 times or 5 sentences changes my environment a lot. So Siddhastuti is the greatest tool.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Shaila Ben.
Jai Satchidanand, Shaileshanandji, Jai Satchidanand Mahatmas. My question is, we talked a lot about staying in the Shudhdhatma state the whole day. I'm able to see the relative self going through the activities or whatever the daily things. I'm able to stay most of the time. I keep reminding myself, I come back to the Shudhdhatma state and this is it. So I'm able to do that. but I can still see the relative self going through the same things again and again. Is this how it's going to be? Is there any purification happening within? I'm not sure. Because I'm
Yes.
able to see, oh, okay, Sailia is doing this, and oh, she likes this or whatever, but not so involved in that. But I'm able to see myself apart. I'm not able to explain.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm explaining correctly.
No,
but,
I understood the whole thing. So as long as I have awareness, as long as I'm staying in Shudhdhatma, as long as I'm aware that I'm the knower and seer, the file one is getting disposed, discharged, and it is getting cleaned also. Seeing file one discharge with Shudhdhatma state and awareness itself keeps on clearing it. Now part two, there are certain things which are routine. We do our daily routines, we do our daily duties. So that's fine. That's a normal happenings. Wherever the Atikramans are there, some faults or files, once such habits or traits which require special attention or mistakes, you can see, then my awareness, darshan and gnan will get focused onto that. No, this needs rectification. It's something like a healthy person coming to a doctor. Doctor says, "Oh, everything is all right, nothing requires." But if something is some disease or some fault is there,
I got it.
the focus will be on that. So the purification is occurring. Parmanus are getting purified, but wherever, see, every prakriti has some areas which needs little more attention or little focus. Maybe with my speech, maybe with my certain dealing with some files, or maybe my opinions. Something that may invite my special attention, which we do there on the moment or during the Samayik. What are we doing in Samayik? In Samayik, we are just seeing those areas with a specific, which requires specific corrections. Otherwise,
got it. Very nice. Thank you so much. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Okay, Deepakanji.
Jai Satchidanand. Shaileshanandji.
Pranam.
Namaskar. Jai Satchidanand. Last 2 weeks we had been passing through various circumstances and trying to observe the kind of suffering we pass through, favorable, unfavorable, and those being outcome of 5 sense observation. And if we are like what is it called, extra sensory observation, that is in our pure soul state, intermediate pure soul state, then even in the presence of such suffering, we experience inner bliss. And that's how we are able to identify that all these circumstances are nothing but passing through favorable and unfavorable circumstances, suffering. So how would you relate your life experience, sharing your experience of life, various situations, what you pass through in your medical profession and at home? Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Very wonderful. So it's an ongoing process, as I say, where the mind, speech, and body, as Dadaji say, file once, mind, speech, and body are effective. He has used the word effective. Effective means it's not a stone, it will have effect to and fro mutually. And I am free of all these effects. I am knower and seer of all those effects. These are two things. Vyavhar part or relative part will have effects from morning to evening. But yes, as my Gnan and understanding grows on increasing, the effects will change or become less or vitrak, but there are effects. Now there are two types of effects, as I broadly can see. One, occurring due to my own mistakes or weaknesses or my inner opinions or my inner designs, which I need to correct it. And there are second kind of effects, which are natural effects, I would say, which are bound to happen or should happen, because otherwise we get like a stone. So both the types of effects I can see. For example, the inevitable effects, I would say, which are not my own mistakes, but the effects will occur. I'll give you a couple of examples. Yesterday, I saw my patient in my follow-up visit. It was 24 days past the surgery. Everything was fine, complete vision, and really not expected to have anything untoward. But surprisingly, I noticed, Shailesh noticed that his pressure in the eye is more, and there is a little bit of corneal edema. So looked at the things, prescribed treatment, but that was here. So as soon as I woke up today and my Chitt was silent, it came up on my screen that, okay, what more needs to be done about this? And Vyavhar Bhasa, you can say that Shailesh got little anxious or little cautious, I would say. And I could see that. And even though it was Sunday, I called him that yesterday I had told, please come back on Monday and we'll review this situation. But as soon as my Chitt was free, it got up and it occurred to Shailesh that no, something more, it's better if more caution is exercised. At least he should not have an indolent infection or something. And if it is infection or beginning, then it has to be dealt right away. So Shailesh called, even though it was Sunday, to the patient that if you are available, please come down. I'm coming to the clinic. Just saw everything is fine, relaxed, came back to home. This is inevitable effect. Without that, the Vyavhar part would have faltered. Shailesh could have slept on Sunday that, okay, we'll see on Monday. But I noticed that if I do that, there will be burden on my Chitt till I see the patient on Monday. So to relieve myself, also I went there and really I was relieved, seeing the things are okay, or otherwise I would have done whatever is required. Right. So this process went on. In the relative part, I could see Shailesh getting under some stress, means some cautious attitude. I could see Shailesh getting relieved as soon as he saw the patient is good and nice. So meaning thereby in Vyavhar or interactive dealings or passing through phases, persons or circumstances, your Prakriti will respond. It's required to respond to the things appropriately. And unless it senses the thing, your Chitt senses the thing and responds, it will not be dealt with. Sambhav thi nikal nahi thai file, no. The files will not be disposed amicably with equanimity. So this is one part, which I say is inevitable. And I could see as Shudhdhatma what's happening in relative. So Dadaji has said that you can see the compression of mind, you can see the tension of mind, the compressibility, flexibility, and tensibility, how much, everything. Second example, just relating, someone is sick at my home, maybe my mother. During my father's illness, I sat 7 days by side of him, left everything. And I could see that Shailesh is getting affected because that, okay, despite doing everything, the father is not getting well and it's going downhill. So that was there. And I was continuously trying to remain as Shudhdhatma, remaining separate, but I could see the effects of Shailesh. And then the things were over, and again Shailesh again came out of the situation very fast. But that's the thing. So if we see during the day, in all interactions with everybody, in all Vyavhar, the file one will undergo some effects. But I need to see those effects. That's part one. Now part two. How can I minimize or make these effects neutral, and how can I remain free of the effects? So that part where I find that in certain occasions, my beliefs puzzle me, my inner, I can say is dissatisfaction within me of the ongoing things does bother me. And there I have to see that, Shailesh, it is your belief, it is your design, it's your weakness that whatever is happening is Vyavasthit. You are not accepting that. That's why you are getting effect. So there I put it different way. That, hey Dada Bhagwan, મને વ્યવહારની બધી અસરો જોવાની શક્તિ આપો. Give me the inner strength to remain knower and seer and to resolve the effects of all the vyavhar, because wherever the vyavhar is creating effects, there is some weakness, some correction required on my part, some mistake on file one's part or my part. That is why the effect is there. If I see someone is doing not correct, that means I'm missing my part of seeing him as or her as non-doer. That's my mistake. That's why there is effect. If I am affected by something, then it is my design because I'm affected. So second part I have put that, Hey Dada Bhagwan, give me the strength to see the effects Shailesh is incurring during Vyavhar and to resolve it with your pure Vitrag science vision. So that then I apply the Vitrag science, Vitrag vision, whatever way, 5 Agnyas, Dada's Gyan, whatever, and resolve it or become effect free. So both parts are there. Some effects will be inevitable. Not really necessarily, it should not make you emotional. The effect doesn't require to make you emotional. Now I look at Dada Bhagwan. Dada Bhagwan was there with all of us. If some Mahatma is ill, Dada Bhagwan would do Vidhi. Dada Bhagwan would ask who is left out of Vidhi. So his Prakriti was having effect out of compassion or Karuna, but he was not getting emotional. And yet he was doing all this stuff with us. So that's also one part where we put our Jagrati, that effects may be there for our best Vyavhar, others Vyavhar, but it should not make us emotional. So wherever I'm getting emotional or getting affected in another way, I also look at what's my mistakes or weaknesses or what needs to be corrected. So both the things I put it, I go like that.
Very good, very good. Good observation, very much helpful. In both situations, one is like you can't do, you can't do. There's no need for any correction, but you have to pass through that suffering, and you have to be observant, perceptive. In your perception, pure soul perception, you will see. Another one, you see them, wherein some mistakes are there on your side, which needs correction. So you will do correction, and that's how you will resolve it also. Very good, excellent. Jai Satchidanand.
Very good, Shaileshanandji. Our time is up. So can you do three mantras? Lalita, can you please follow?
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Loyi Sawa Sahunam.
Namo Loyi Sawa Sahunam.
Eso Panchanamukkaro.
Eso Panchanamukkaro.
Savapavappanasanam.
Savapavappanasanam.
Mangalanam cha Savvesim.
Mangalanam cha Savvesim.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.